I don't know what the big appeal of Christie, just based on the record, is. It is hardly an economic boom or turnaround in the state of New Jersey, I can tell you that. But the most telling thing to come out of Christie's win, which, by the way, was a no-brainer, is that Chris Christie, at his victory speech last night, was out there lecturing the Republican Party, saying that Trenton, New Jersey, should be a national model for politicians in both parties. This is delusional. He challenged his fellow Republicans to campaign before and listen to a broad community of voters and to both stand by your principles and still get something done for the people who elected you. Now, he said in an interview yesterday he didn't like Ted Cruz. Well, he's preparing for 2016. And then he goes on to say, if we can do this in Trenton, New Jersey, maybe the folks in D.C. should tune in their TVs right now. When we fight for those things that really matter in people's lives. Really? Is New Jersey the great big turnaround state? What's the unemployment rate in New Jersey right now, Governor? Tell me how great the economy in New Jersey is, because it's not for the people that I know. Now, New Jersey's better off with Christie there. I mean, what's the option? What, to lecture? I mean, if you want to look at a liberal record on issues like guns, gay marriage, controversial appointments, this governor has no idea what's going to hit him. All of these liberal media people, Governor Christie, and I say this in the friendliest terms possible, that love you, want you to run, they are going to be your worst enemy when you get out there on the national campaign trail. And lecturing every conservative as you are doing is not going to endear you to them. And being critical of Ted Cruz and Rand Paul you're in a fight with, that's not going to help you either. And if you can't beat Hillary Clinton in the exit polls in New Jersey on the day you are the most popular in your state, don't think it's going to get better. It's likely going to get worse. Now, I say all of this because everybody's just going nuts thinking they've got this thing figured out for 2016. Name for me the states in primaries that Chris Christie is going to win. Is he going to win Iowa? Okay, move on from Iowa. New Hampshire, we may have a shot in New Hampshire. Now I read, while he's critical of Ted Cruz and Rand Paul, he's going to fight for Lindsey Graham, who's fighting for his life down in South Carolina. I'm not sure that's going to help him with South Carolina voters. Florida, I guess Florida's up for grabs, and a few other states. What red states? This is not, this analysis is just short-sighted. And it's jumping the gun. President's positions on illegal immigration, that's going to come into play. His economic record in New Jersey, that's going to come into play. Some of the budget gimmicks he's used, that's going to come in. Controversial appointments, that's going to come into play. Some controversial cabinet appointments, judicial appointments, that's all coming into play. It's not going to be what he thinks. His support of green technology is going to come into play. He's not in the mainstream of conservatism. And by the way, I say this, I understand that New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, some of these states they're not the same as red states, traditional red states, but don't tell me this is going to be a cakewalk and that if Chris Christie can't beat on his most popular day Hillary Clinton, that ought to be a warning sign to everybody that wants to put their anointment on this guy without even having a primary. I'm looking for more. I think the country's in such bad shape that if we don't get bold, transformational leadership, we're doomed. We're in deep, deep, you know what.